Yo. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. That's me in the background. Time looking nice and clear, coming through clear. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. When they say, why you never come on camera anymore? Like, I don't know. I don't know. So anyway, I was going to do a follow-up video to this video here that I'm doing. Sorry, the video that I'm doing today. I did a reaction right after the Nintendo Switch reveal. Um, and for those of you that seen the video, I wasn't too impressed. I wasn't happy with it. It's like, to me, like Nintendo still doesn't get it for whatever reason. You know what I mean? So we can be here and talking about that till the cows come home. You know what I mean? But today I want to talk about what has came out since the unveil for us, the online, which a lot of people were concerned about. Pricing, well, a lot of people said that Nintendo had it in their favor, and which I don't predict this thing to do well. Where does Nintendo go from here? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna just be straight up honest. I hope. No, I'm not. That's too. I'm not even gonna start. I'll tell you at the end of that. Let's deal with the online. A lot of people had questions about, are we gonna get party chat, or we're gonna get achievements finally? Nintendo's gonna do it. All right. So Nintendo's answer to PSN and Xbox Live is to give you a app that you must download on a mobile device. Might I ask, a paid app that you must download onto a mobile device. So if you want to talk to your friends or send out game advice, you must use your cell phone. Well, goddamn, forgive me if I have a BlackBerry. What about if I have a motherfucking Obama phone? A track phone? What if I have a motherfucking my old ass Nextel, some chirp phones? Like, yo, this shit is wild. So instead of them integrating online lobbies and chats within their games and within the Switch itself and within the OS, they decided to give you an app, a paid app, that I ask. And what I find crazy in about that, because the same people that were advocating for Nintendo to have these modern features are now fucking out there singing, "We shall overcome." They're happy. I don't understand it. Now listen. Now I understand what I eat may not make you shit, and vice versa. If you like the stars and the shit and Skittles and Fruit Loops, those type of games, I'm not knocking you for that. But what I am knocking you motherfuckers for is for how could you continuously handle Nintendo with these white gloves? That presentation was horrible. It was horrible. They spent more time talking about the controller than the actual system. Switch. And oh my god. I went back and I watched it the second time because my wife is a Nintendo sympathetic. And I was thinking about divorcing her. You can't trust a motherfucker like that in your bedroom. If she's silently rooting for the enemy, it's like, nah, I'm bugging the fuck out. But you know what I mean? She likes Mario, which is cool. I did. The Mario looked kind of cool. But me and myself, I couldn't justify me spending $300 to play Mario. I'm a man of very little of means, man. You know what I mean? I'm not going to spend $300 to play Mario. But even better, I'm getting a little ahead of myself because I have a few points here that I wanted to talk about before I go on this tangent. You know what I mean? I told you guys maybe about 2 months ago. Right at when did they show they showed the Switch in September, and I spoke to a certain individual again. The same one that told me about the Pro, the same one told me about the Scorpio, same guy that told me about the Rec X12. He told me then that the Switch was going to be not as powerful as the PlayStation 4 or the Xbox One. So once I said that, and you had the detractors that come out and said, well, it's a different type of architecture. You can't compare AMD, to NVIDIA, and the T-flops don't mean the same. I said, motherfucker, 4 gigs of RAM is 4 gigs of RAM. Forget what the OS is using. You know what I mean? I didn't know what I was talking about. And again, I just get paid that this motherfucking Nintendo hater. I just hate Nintendo, right? So I said, so we just left 2 generations in a row. We've seen this movie before. I told crap on the same shit. We've seen this movie before, where you guys are going to praise their exclusives that you're going to get once every 4 to 5 months. But what about the AAA multi-plats? Have you seen the launch lineup for the Switch? Bomberman, Just Dance, Legend of Zelda. I give them that for those that are interested in that. It's like the worst thing since. God damn, they got 5 fucking launch titles. What's coming out in February? You got For Honor. That's not coming to the Switch. What's coming out in March? Mass Effect. That's not coming to the Switch. You know what I mean? You got Ghost Recon, and here you go. Well, Ubisoft and them were praising Nintendo. Yeah, because you're gonna get Just Dance and Footloose 27. Like, we just seen this fucking movie already. To let you know how anemic this fucking hardware is, and for those who say the power don't make a difference, like, you the same motherfuckers that was on Digital Foundry counting fucking blades of grass. You same motherfuckers now that saying that the power doesn't matter are questioning could the Scorpio do 4K 60. So shut the fuck up with the bullshit. Stop. No more. No more. Whether you're an Xbox dude or if you're a fucking Sony dude. No fucking more. You're the same motherfuckers worried about if the Scorpios can achieve 4K 60, but Nintendo can put out this a goddamn console in 2017 that's weakening hardware in 2013. Stop. Man, I got Nintendo Ultra Kermit the Frog looking ass in here. Like, what the fuck is there being excited for? You're not getting any triple 30 multiplat. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. To let you know how anemic this goddamn hardware is, EA once again took to the stage. They're gonna put John Lee was good. They're gonna put the most what do you say? The most top selling sports franchise all over the world, FIFA. What FIFA is this? Not FIFA 16, not FIFA 7. That motherfucker is just called FIFA. That's letting you know it's not getting the same goddamn games. Have we not just seen this movie with the Wii? Have we not just seen this movie with the Wii U? And y'all look at me like I'm bugging? You had to see some of the fucking death threats I got in Facebook and Twitter said I'm just hating. Like, they getting the fucking Xbox 360 version of FIFA. And I'm the one that's fucking bugging. Like, what the fuck is up with you and this fucking Nintendo? It's a custom built port of FIFA. Wow. So again, thank you, Ultra. Like I told you guys before, yes, the Switch will get Madden, but it's going to get the retarded version, the autistic version of Madden. It's not going to get the same goddamn Madden as the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. Exactly. Have you not just seen this movie before? My question is to you fucking Nintendo fans. My question is to you. Are you not tired of having the shittiest fucking hardware in the world? And then, no, I'm getting a little ahead of myself again. What's wrong with you asking better and demanding better for Nintendo? What's wrong with that? Hey, Nintendo, I want voice chat mandatory in every game. I want game invites mandatory in every game. No one's asking Nintendo to go out and get God of War on a goddamn Switch. No. Basic shit. But you guys are going to run out that motherfuckers in droves and go buy that dog shit hardware. Let's also talk about this. Let's be clear on this. So, Zelda, Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, whatever the fuck it's called, is coming in at resolution-wise 900p. 900p. Right? Have we not just went through 3 years of the Xbox One getting slammed for their resolution being 900p? So I'm quite sure that Nintendo was seeing this, but they said, fuck that. No. We got to include these Joy-Con controllers, like, stop it with the dog shit. It doesn't even have an internet port. So if I want to play a game decent, I got to buy a $40 attachment. As a matter of fact, Ultra, once you join me, once you come in here and join me, come talk to me. Listen, I'm gonna send you the link. Are you willing to come in and talk to me? Let's have no trolling. I want to know what is it about the Switch that got you, that has tickled your fancy. What is it? Come join me. Are you willing to join me? Tell me where I can send you the link at. So you're cool with downloading the app to a paid app, not the fact you got to pay for the online thing, but a paid app. So actually it's about you. Okay, but anyway, it's cool. I respect that. Yeah. He said not today, but another day. Like, hey, Ben, what's good, boy? What's goody? You know what I mean? But anyway, I got a list of things here that I wanted to talk about, man. Because I want someone to open my eyes, man. I am lost and I am a sinner. I need to be saved by the Mormon church. I need someone to fucking, maybe I'm missing something here. So the pricing, $300. Now, again, I say this. This is Nintendo's 9th generation offering of their console. So, and like I said, the fact that you got the Pro out, Scorpio will be out at the end of the year. So you're gonna have this one. They're gonna have this on the market for at least 4 to 5 years. Yes, this is gonna be your console for the next 4 to 5 years. Do you know how fast technology moves forward? The Xbox One and the PS4 are already feeling dated. You're gonna have that same shitty hardware for the next 4 to 5 years. All right, the controller, $80 fucking. Wow. The fucking, what do you call them? The Joy-Cons, too. Like, that shit is bananas, man. Like, I don't know what the fuck is Nintendo out there smoking. And I'm going to say this right now. I hope the fucking Switch fails. You know why I hope it fails? It's not that I hate on Nintendo. No, then maybe, which I doubt, that they will get this shit together and just release a traditional console. No one's asking to feel like I got ice cubes and what's that shit? They you could tell if you got ice cube. Who gives a fuck? No one's gonna be out there, playing on them 6-inch goddamn screens. Motion, like no one wants to do motion control anymore. It's like Nintendo is oblivious to all that shit. Who the fuck is still playing Wii Sports? What? Play this. I take that back. What adult that's a productive part of society is out there playing on the fucking Switch? That's all that I'm asking. What sensible adult with an active sex life is out there playing on fucking Wii Sports? That's like I don't get it. I mean, it's okay. Like, we do the fanboy shitheads entertainment, but when it all boils down to it, well, I got my PlayStation, my Xbox for third party multi-plats. Now we back to that again, right? Wasn't you just jumping up and down, clicking your goddamn heels like Alice in Wonder? There's no place like home for Nintendo's on to get great third-party support. Wasn't you the same motherfuckers out there with all those people that's online to make games? Wasn't you out there just bragging about that shit? Nintendo's gonna get the big AAA multiplats, and I told you they fucking wouldn't. So don't come with that shit so much you got the Xbox and the PlayStation for that. So I'm gonna go out there and spend upwards to $400 just to fucking play Mario. Do me a favor and go suck my dead white granddaddy dick. Yeah, Jay, I just call him Jay Clampett. Dig his white ass up and suck his dick. Do that for me. Like, you motherfuckers, you see, I'm not into that Black Bond shit. Be holding on to motherfuckers, videos and tweets. I don't do all that weirdo shit, But, like, come on. Like, which one is it? Before the Switch got a reveal, you motherfuckers, oh my God, it's going to be, maybe, I was happy as hell. It's going to be maybe on par with the Pro. This is what you Nintendo guys were saying. Now, again, power doesn't matter. Hey, what the fuck is wrong with you handicapped, retarded, homosexual ass niggas, man? Your motherfuckers got mosquito brains, man. What the fuck is up with you? Well, no. I'm getting it for the kids. Man, fuck my kids. Gaming, I am a mature gamer. Gaming isn't a very, very selfish hobby. Very. Let me tell you something. My wife, I love her to death, who's gainfully employed. If she wants a Switch, by means, go ahead and buy it. I bought the Wii U. And she walked around the house, played Mario on that motherfucker all day, talking to friends. Cool. I saw that E3 2014. Was it 2013? 2013. When she was out at work, I packed that bitch up in the box and took that motherfucker down to GameStop. I think I got about $200 for it. I did it. That's what I did on my channel. I saw what Nintendo had to offer, and I couldn't justify me keeping that $350 console for Bayonetta 2. I don't give a fuck about Kid Icarus. I'm 38 fucking years old, man. Yes, my knees are starting to hurt. My back is shot. Got shoulder problems. Got PTSD. I love drugs and white women, okay? I got a lot of shit going on with me, man. And that art style, I just don't care for those games, man. My God, they got Link out that bitch looking like he's the Ellen DeGeneres or fucking Lisa fucking Simpson. Like he's part of the LGBT. I don't know what the fuck is going on with Nintendo, man. I don't know, man. I know. I'm lying. I do know what's going on with them. They're just fucking up at the North Pole with Santa Claus, man. Switch. You know what I mean? So I do know what's going on with them, man. Shit. This is just wild, man. So let me go back to my book. I got a few more things that I wanted to discuss, man. Like, this shit is crazy. And I'm going to get it all out my system today. After this, I'm done. Again, the gimmicks. First party, third party, Western third party support. Oh, I'm sorry, back with the online, too. So you got to pay for this online service, and each month, they're going to give you 2 free games like Xbox Live and PSN. Cool. But you don't get to keep those games. They take the games back. And if you want to keep the game, you will have to buy it. So maybe they may start off giving you Super Mario Brothers 3, and after that, it's going to be back to Bubble, Tiger's Hell, yeah, some dumb shit. Like, I don't know how anybody in good faith can support Nintendo. How you say one time shame on you, next time shame on me. And I always tell you guys, I am a faggot that loves gadgets. I buy everything. But I have seen this movie before. Nintendo would not get any money from me ever again until they start to cater to, I am a mature gamer. I understand you want to do the kiddie shit. But I say this and I say this again. I grew up poor. I'm from the projects, Newark, New Jersey. And where I'm from, not everybody can afford to have a Super Nintendo and a Genesis. One person had the Genesis, one person had the Super Nintendo. But either way you went, you was cool. Nintendo has become this niche console. I'm going to tell you guys something. I wasn't an Atari fan. I wasn't a ColecoVision fan. It was Nintendo that, got me into gaming. I call that given that they the grandfather of gaming to me. granddaddy Nintendo, right? You're coming from a place where they had all the third party support in the world. And look at where they are now, only because this is their own doing to themselves. They're like someone's in your family that's slowly dying of dementia. And they forget who they are. If you look at that video and you are an adult and like I said, a productive part of society, and you're looking at that shit, you can't go out there and ready to do the motherfucking the motherfucking Footloose. Is it the Watusi and that guy? What's that goddamn game they playing? Switch 1 and 2. Switch. Do me a favor. Drink bleach. That shit was bad. That shit was wretched. That shit was horrible. I'm looking at this bitch eating my motherfucking ramen noodles. You know what I mean? And I'm looking at this shit. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this? Oh, well, it's getting Skyrim. Skyrim came out 11 years ago with a goddamn 360. Who gives a fuck? Now they showed The Witcher 3. That's saying something. Well, no. See, I'm getting it because I'm going to be able to take my third-party game. What fucking third-party games? Bomberman, motherfucker? 2-hour battery. They said graphically demanding games, 2-hour battery life, right? 2-hour battery life, right? Yeah, that's something to take on the go, huh? Like I said, I don't know what type of backpack rapper motherfuckers you are. And I don't know. Everybody's whole setup. Maybe you're living in San Francisco, man, and you out that motherfucker doing picking daisies. I don't know what the fuck's going on, man. I don't know what your ethnic background, your religious background, your sexual orientation. I don't know what the fuck you guys got going on, man. But overall, when I just look at the Nintendo fan base here on YouTube in the whole and look at some of their channels, these motherfuckers are weird. Seriously. These motherfuckers are weird. You look at motherfuckers like We Lover. Need I say any more? You look at motherfuckers like Dr. Trey, a.k.a. Loose Tooth 81. Need I say any more? And out of those two guys I just named, have you ever seen any kids running around in the background? Have you ever heard maybe in a female acquaintance or maybe even a male acquaintance? I don't know. I mean, I don't give whatever floats your fucking boat. No, you haven't. 99.9% of these motherfuckers are weird. I don't understand what it is with this fucking Nintendo shit. I don't, man. I really fucking don't, man. I'm serious. I got, and no disrespect to them. And I got, like I said, I besides Trey, when the motherfucker bet me the Wii U was going to send 10 million and try to pay me in eShop points. Like that motherfucker's the black Mr. Rogers, man. Like, other than that, like Obi-Wan, that's my man. I think that's just a character that he play here for YouTube to get that money. I never hate on nobody, man. But like I said, 99.9% of these motherfuckers are weird. I don't see how you could submit it. And I'm hyped for Splatoon and paintball. Like, what the fuck? I mean, am I bugging? Like, what is it about Nintendo with the Marios or the Zeldas or the Kid Icaruses that got you like, what the fuck is that? I don't understand it, man. I don't. I don't have an emotional connection or to these games. You know what I mean? To that art style, to the direction of the game and the company. I'm just being honest. I even as a kid, me growing up, it was all about Nintendo, right? Nintendo. And then guess what? Then that Genesis came, and I wanted to play games like Ultra Beast and Space Harriet. Nintendo was losing me back then, but they really lost me with the Nintendo 64. I'm like, I'm looking at the PlayStation 1. I'm looking at the Sega Saturn. I'm like, oh, fuck that. But I'll be honest with you, in all fairness, the last game that I enjoyed last console that I enjoyed, not one even enjoyed, that was okay to me, was the GameCube. Eternal Darkness was a good game, I would like to see Nintendo You guys say they got the best developers. Step out of the box and make a mature game. Maybe something like an Uncharted or a Gears or something like a Witcher, something else besides fucking Mario. You Nintendo motherfuckers said, you motherfuckers, bedtime snack, mommy tuck me in, can I have a warm cup of milk, leave cookies out for Santa ass niggas. You say Nintendo got the best developers on the planet. That's what you guys say. If so, those of you in the comment section that they hear what I'm saying, what would you like to see Nintendo make outside of Peter Pan? What? I'm reading the comments here. What would you say? He says Zayas just jumping to conclusion. Can we wait until the console at least release people we hate? Wait. First of all, Jess Chi-Town, my man. First of all, I want to say this. Thank you for rocking out with me. I appreciate it. Bring your ass here, boy. Wait till the consoles. What the fuck are we waiting for? We know the specs. We've seen the games. You have several third-party AAA multiplats releasing between now and when the Switch comes out. And we're not talking about some small indie dev. We're talking about Ubisoft, BioWare. They all have EA. They all have Nintendo Switch dev kits. And the Switch isn't getting any of those games. So what the fuck are we waiting up for? It's going to be just like the Wii U with these dry spells. And look, get shit out. Maybe it is a success. Maybe this thing could take off and sell 50 million fucking units like the fucking Wii did. But do we really consider a Wii a fucking success? Do you see all that fucking shovelware? Did you not see 45 minutes of fucking gimmicks on Nintendo stage? That's all that I'm saying. This nigga put the VTech is more powerful than the Switch. That joke is wild. Hey, Max settings. Nixon, you're pathetic. You've been talking about the Scorpio for the longest. Okay. And yes, I've been talking about the Scorpio for a long ass time. Okay. I talk about games on my channel. I don't understand what you're saying. If you have more to add to that, please elaborate. What are you talking about? I talked about the Pro on his channel. You know what I mean? So again, he said the Switch has Japanese third-party support. Yes, they got Hot Sauce 32, Chopstick 39. All those goddamn games can run on my Vita. And none of those games, again, are AAA multiplats. Is what I'm saying. The Switch can't run Final Fantasy 15. Listen, listen. He said, yes, I did see gimmicks, but that's good business because it uses to lure casuals too. Oh, man, my man. The casuals are no longer playing the Wii, first of all, and fuck the casuals. I hope that you're a hardcore gamer. I don't know what you are. Whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? That's like if Microsoft was to take the stage and do a 45-minute about the Kinect. I would go tell him to dig up my dead white granddaddy and suck his dick too. The fuck is, hey, bro, you got to stop, man. Hey, listen, honestly speaking to you, Just Town. Yeah, I don't know you. You know what I mean? You may be from Guatemala. You may be from Chile. You may be from fucking Northern. I don't know you, but I'm saying this to you. What has you excited about this Nintendo Switch? Hey, I disagree with you that the Switch is not for the hardcore. The Switch is for motherfuckers that are between the ages of 18 to about 35 years old that are confused sexually, both male and female, and getting washed up by their grandfather. That's who the fucking Switch is for. Not real shit. That's what the Switch is for. That's what the Switch is for. I don't, and you know what? I'll say it like this. You know, with all the jokes aside, right? With all the jokes aside, if you're a gamer, and just let you know the place of Nintendo. If you're a gamer, right? Could the Switch be your primary console? Could the Switch be your only console? And that's the same thing with your Xbox guy or PlayStation guy. Forget what your preference is, but either way the feather may fall, if you only had an Xbox, you'll be fine. If you only had a PlayStation, you'll be fine. You know why? Because the constant flow of game of AAA multiplats. Okay? He said it's a portable home console that got 2 hours worth of barrel life. Man, shut the fuck up. Corn pink cocksucker. You know what I mean? Like, I don't. Hey, what's up, RX? Says, hey, what's up, my favorite donkey rider, motherfucking RX still in the house, man? Motherfucker Juan Dales himself, man. But seriously, though. That's what I'm trying to say. If you can, honestly, with a straight face, with your hand on the stack of Bible, and saying the Switch can be your only console, can't be, then you know it's a fucking problem. Whether you agree with all my points or not, whether you're a Mario dick sucker or not, whether if you still trying to fuck Princess Peach, you've been trying to fuck that bitch since 1988 and ain't fucking yet. What fuck all that? If you know that you can have the Switch as it being your primary and only console, it's a problem. And the more that you go out to perpetuate and support this bullshit, Nintendo's going to keep giving you that fucking dog shit time at the time of again. I hope the Switch goes out there and sells 6 fucking units. I swear to God. We don't need that in the industry. Ice cubes and who the fuck is asking? This is HD Rumble technology. And they got to be charging $90 from the low ass. Like, shit, like, come on, man. My fucking cell phone has a higher resolution than that. The X1 has no games, RXL? Now, I know you just slipped into this country 6 months ago illegally, and maybe you may never read in English. It doesn't have any games? Doesn't have any third-party support? No? Last time I checked, this is not even about the Xbox or PlayStation thing. The Xbox has released more AAA exclusive than the PlayStation, whether you like them or not. That's not even up for opinion. That's fact. But I said AAA. I'm not talking about Chopstick 39, but again. So I say, I say that to say this. I say that to say this. You know, I wanted my man D. D said he'd be here in 20 minutes because you know I'm gonna rip him. I'm gonna tear his back out. You know, D was talking about them goddamn CUDA cores. Argued me down. Same way crapping them argued me down. So I said, just say I know somebody that knows somebody. Before the specs were even revealed for the Switch, that, you know what I mean, that the Switch is not going to be as powerful as current gen. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes the writings be on the wall. When E3 came and Reggie said to you guys, or said to us, that they're going to let Microsoft and Sony fight it out for the specs, to me, that's a very alarming goddamn statement. Now, if the Switch was their 8th generation offering, fine, it's less powerful than the PS4 and the Xbox One. But this is their 9th gen offering, and it's weaker than shit that came out in 2013. Fuck everything else. Fuck everything else that I just said tonight, and I want that to fucking sit in your brains. While you guys going out there to support, could you imagine if Sony put out the PlayStation 5 and it was weaker than the fucking Pro? Motherfuckers would lose their mind. Or could you imagine if Microsoft would have put out the successor to the Scorpio and it's weaker than the fucking the Scorpio or the Xbox One? You motherfuckers out here will lose your mind. Why is it not like that when it comes to Nintendo? You like to handle these motherfuckers with white gloves. This company that you're fucking praising, talking about giving, came to E3 with one goddamn game. One game. And this is who you have all your faith in? This same company wants you to download a paid app to talk to your friends online? What the fuck? No, motherfucker, yo, you know what my poor rock about to join. You know what fucking what's that fat motherfucking not fat game, a super brother, baby Donkey Kong. You know that motherfucker told me yesterday on Twitter? Exposed. You don't got a problem playing for Xbox Live and PSN? No, I don't. Okay, I'm fine. I don't. But if I had to use a cell phone to talk to my friends online and it paid, yes, I would have a problem. Listen, I want you guys to just think about this. We have been playing online since the 6th generation and talking to our friends within the console, built within OS or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? And Nintendo still can't fucking do that. I gotta go to am I fucking bugging? Am I not the only one that see a problem with this? Like, I don't know. Maybe I don't know, man. My man Porter Rock about to join. I'm gonna let him talk for a few minutes, man. Because I'm just gonna have to shut the fuck up, man. Because you guys got my motherfucking blood pressure at motherfucking 95. I mean, what's high blood pressure? My shit 300 right now. You know what I mean? Like, I fucking bugging. My question is, you guys, have we not just seen this movie before? With the Wii having outdated hardware, not getting the fucking AAA multiplats. Have we not motherfucking seen that with the Wii U? Outdated hardware, not getting the multiplayer again. Not getting the fucking AAA multiplats. Well, have we not? Somebody who that you? Better listen to me, Porter Rock. Yeah, it's Porter Rock. He must be listening to me. My thing is, have we not seen this before? So we already know, how the movie ends. The white girl's running from Jason. She trips over this imaginary block in the road and falls down. Bitch gets killed, right? Have we not seen the ending to this movie before? And what's going to happen 2 years from now? Oh, Nintendo's going to bring it. Their next console, they're taking game. Like, come on. You there, Porter Rock? Still getting this shit together. That's what I'm saying. Like, God, what more? Like, they need, like, listen, again, motherfuckers need to fucking, pull together. And I say, man, like I said, Mario was cool. It looked, a little different, a little fresh. All right. But listen, how much that goddamn console costs? It's more expensive than what we have now. For the console alone, it's $300. You got to get the goddamn Pro controller. That's motherfucking $80. The Switch Pro controller? That's $80. Because if it's docked, you need a goddamn controller in your hand, a regular fucking controller. We talking about then it's $500 for one goddamn game. That's fucking bananas.
You hear me?
I can't hear that.
All right.
Talk to me.
Yo, what's up, guys? Yo, I caught up to. Yo, I caught up to everything about the Wii. I saw the fucking that shitty ass, boring fucking unveiling and shit, whatever they want to call it and shit like that. So here's my opinion. I made a video about this, and what I did was when I looked at this video, I tried to look at it with an open mind. Instead of me expecting what Nintendo's gonna do for me, I just looked at it and be like, all right, what is Nintendo trying to do? It is clear that they gave up on the core gamer and even the casual gamer that plays the Call of Duties, the Madden, those casual gamers that still want a decent online party chat and play some Madden. Looking at how they advertise the Switch, they want the Wii casuals back. They want your grandma. They want your grandma back. They want our grandmas. They want my aunts. They want the same people who bought the Wii, who primarily bought the Wii to do the little social party shit. It's not even about gaming console no more. It's about being another Monopoly board. It's about family game night. And what gave me that impression was those Joy-Cons. You know what I'm saying? That's the new gimmick. It's not even really about the Switch. Because if you notice, they hardly talked about the mobile and TV. Yeah, it's about the Joy-Cons. So they switched the game. It's not about being able to go from TV to, play on the subway. It's those fucking controllers, because about an hour of that presentation was on those controllers. They're trying to get lightning in a bottle with the Wii. So they're not going after us. They're not even going after the dudes that just played the Maddens, the Call of Duties, and the Red Dead Redemptions and the GTAs. They're not even interested in them. They want your grandma. They want my aunt. That's who they're going after.
They like me. They got to think from old bitches, huh?
Yeah, that's who they're going for. They're going after and when you think about it, it kind of makes sense because when they were going after the core gamers, even the casual core gamers, the Call of Duties and shit like that, those gamers, they never reached 100 million consoles. Their most successful console of all time came off the backs of the elderly, of the Wii Fit, the James Bond. Am I lying? The Nintendo. In fact, all their consoles that was aiming toward core gamers, they were selling less every year, every gen. From Nintendo to Super Nintendo to N64 to GameCube, sales was dropping. But as soon as they went after your grandma, they sold 100 million. So I don't think they care about us no more.
But you know why? But even though they were making traditional consoles, it's the same thing as now Nintendo's policies.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it boils down to Nintendo's policies and not willing to change with time and still stuck in their ways. Like, it was, like, again, I went to this show, looked at the thing, as the glass being half full, not even half empty, bro. Not even a sip left in the corner. And when you have a presentation, they spent about 40 minutes talking about the Joy-Cons controllers, not even the fucking consoles. Like yo, it's like, again, if Sony does an E3 and spends more than half of the E3 talking about the PlayStation VR, you're gonna be fucking upset. You know what I mean? Like, what the like that shit is wow, man. If they're even better than that, because they're still saying this is their own console. And and again, that's just say what people like to deal with Nintendo with these white gloves. They can't act like this generation has not been about fucking power. Okay, but those that are lying and saying it wasn't about the games, do me a favor and go suck my cat's dick, okay? Please. He's a 2-minute brother. But again, so this okay for them to put out a console in the 9th generation, which is going to be their console for 5 years, at least 4 to 5 years. This is what you're going to have. That's less powerful than the PS4 and the Xbox One. And I'm bugging the fuck out. But listen, you notice I didn't say the Pro. I didn't say the Scorpio. I'm talking about the 2013 shit. And this is what you're going to have for the 4 or 5 years. Yo, what? Like, my thing is in Puerto Rock. Have we not seen this movie before?
I agree. That's why I don't think they're going after us. They're going after the Wii casuals, because that was probably the most successful.
They had moved on. You think they're still around?
For them, I don't know. See, this is the thing with those Wii casuals. They're not gamers. They just like the latest entertainment fad. And I think that's what Nintendo's trying to do. They're trying to create a new entertainment fad.
Here's the thing.
The small hardcore casuals, the Nintendo, they're gonna get their Zelda, the Mario, and that's it. And that's a very small number. But for the rest, to get that 60, 70 million sales, they're going after the casuals again.
I know. I agree with you. I agree with 97% of what you're saying. But that Wii casual, first of all, is the pricing.
Yeah, it's a risk. Yes, I agree. They're risking it.
They're coming in more expensive at the end of the day than what we have on the market now, and with far less features, far less power, far less games. Okay, but even so much, even that casual that you're talking about, that what they moved on to? Candy Crush and Team Farm Simulator and all them free goddamn games that they can consume upon their cellular devices. You know what I mean? That one of the reasons that made the Wii very, very successful, A, it was his price, you know what I mean, and B, it was something new. I didn't see anything new with this Switch. What's new? Most of the controls been there, we've done that, right? You can take your whatever else on it go, whether the 3DS or this, that, and the other. But you know what I find even fucking are funny as hell? That next gen is about the portable. You better take Blood Dragon and what's on the go. First of all, 2-hour battery life. And I told motherfuckers then, you're not gonna get fucking AAA goddamn games on this fucking Switch. You're not gonna be taking out there, For Honor and Watch Dogs 2 and all that shit on the go. Now, listen, I will say this: if they do get those type of games, it's not going to be the same games that are on the PS4 and the Xbox One. It's like when the Wii got mad and it was the Wii version. Like it was like Tecmo Bowl or some shit. You know what I mean? And I don't like I said that. To me, it's not very healthy for gaming. You know what I mean? Maybe it may sell 15 million, 25 million units, but we can honestly say the Wii was very highly successful. But was it good for gaming? No. And that's what you know. I mean, that's what I'll leave with. It's not to me.
I agree with that. It's not good for gaming, and the truth is, Nintendo doesn't care. Let me tell you. So let me tell you how much Nintendo doesn't care. Remember that when Xbox tried to push the Wii 60 narrative, when PS3 came out,
I remember.
Yeah. So Microsoft, Peter Moore was smart. He was saying for the price of a 360 and the Wii. I mean, for the price of a PS3, you could get a 360 and a Wii. You could get two consoles, two experiences. So he saw the bigger picture in that, right? When they asked Reggie Fils-Anime the same question, he goes, "Hey, Microsoft is advertising, hey, for the price of a PS3, you could get a 360 and a Wii. What do you think about that?" You know what that man says?
What?
Don't buy 360 products, just buy ours.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't see the bigger picture. Yeah, he didn't see the bigger picture that if people were going to spend $600 on a console, just buy a Wii and 360, so he gets some of that win. No, he wasn't trying to hear that shit. He says, no, don't buy Xbox product, just buy more Nintendo products.
Hey, yo, motherfucking Reggie remind me of motherfucking, he remind me of motherfucking Ben Carson.
This motherfucker, that was his reply. Don't buy Xbox products, just buy more Nintendo products.
Wait, I got to.
They ain't trying to hear about industry. They're not concerned about gaming industry. They're concerned about Nintendo industry. Everything else can go to hell.
Hey, listen, check this shit out, right? I got this guy, I think it's just Chi-Town. He said ports will look similar, maybe downscale resolution compared to the Xbox and PlayStation 4. He's talking about AAA multiplayer.
No, they're not even getting the remaster of Skyrim. They're getting the original PS3 360 one. That's not the remastered one. That's the 360.
Hey, bro. I don't see. Maybe I don't know my man's age here. First of all, I'm not trying to. Hey, listen, my man. I'm silly as hell, and I'm not trying to disrespect you. But bro, you got 4 gigs of RAM. Maybe a gig and a half is allocated for the OS. We don't fucking know. You got 32 megabytes of internal storage. We don't know how much of that is allocated for the goddamn OS. So how much do you really have? Yes. Like, you're not going to get any of the AAA multiplats. It's not powerful enough. It's not. You're not even getting fucking FIFA. What's the last FIFA that came out?
FIFA what? This year's FIFA.
Or whatever. Like 50, you can't even run that. You know what your FIFA is called? FIFA.
Yo, fucking D's gonna take that L, bro, if he comes on this. Yo.
You know what's crazy? I said before, maybe it's because I'm a minority, a person of color, and I talk with a bunch of slang in the 4-letter words. Ooh. And when no one takes me fucking serious, I don't know what the fuck it is. I told him, and you know how D talking about he's a member of the AB. Fuck them AB forums. I know someone personally who works at a major third-party company who told me out of his mouth that the Switch is not on par with the Xbox One and the fucking PlayStation 4. It's not even, you know what I mean? But no. But I've been doing my own internal specs, and it could be. It's not. Stop it. Say stop at 5. Some of them CUDA cores, and it could be overclocked. I said, bro, IGN, when they had this, the doc doesn't add any extra processing power.
It's possible to run 4K.
Yeah, he was, D was out that motherfucker petting that goat, wasn't he? Boo had, he had to put that motherfucking Kardashian canned milk in his cornflakes that morning. I don't know what the fuck was up with D. CUDA, some of them goddamn CUDA cores. Like, that shit is wild. Then he talking about it at 250. I said, you look at all, look, I said this then. I said, Nintendo's giving you all these pieces of plastic, right, in the box. Whether it's the dock and this and that, all that shit costs, right? So even if the console was to be, there's no way in hell that this portable console can be on par with the Xbox One for $250, and you got all that extra plastic in the goddamn box that eats away from the cost. You know what I mean? Like I would, I mean, you know what? This is crazy as hell, man. All Nintendo had to do, bro, is just give us a traditional console that third party can bring their games to life, have a decent online, and let the chips fall where they may. And they may not have that Call of Duty crowd now, or that what you go, but you start laying the goddamn groundwork now. You know what I mean? And maybe by the time of the following generation or whatever, because again, not everybody can afford to have multiple consoles, and that's the problem. You know what I mean? Like I said, whether you're an Xbox guy or a PlayStation guy or whatever the fuck, you can just have those two consoles and be fine. Your gaming needs will be taken care of. But if you're just a Nintendo, no, they tell me, no, I got the Xbox and the PlayStation. Why wouldn't you want those games on your platform? That's what, you know what I mean? I don't understand that shit, man. Like that's and everybody they want to blame it's Nintendo fault, and then like no, I mean it's no, I'm sorry, it's the industry fault and the media and everyone just hating on Nintendo. Motherfuckers are looking at Nintendo like, yo, y'all motherfuckers is bugging. That reveal was weird. They kept clicking their hands, switch. Like this shit here is crazy, man. That shit like some bad acting from a kung fu flick, man. On some motherfucking Into the Dragon shit there.
Yeah, fucking Nintendo's betting on that Wii crowd. They're betting on because you know that Wii crowd don't care about Xbox and PS4. They're not interested in those consoles. They're not interested in gaming in general. They just go after entertainment devices. You know, they like the park. They go after Monopoly shit. You know, Trivial Pursuit shit. And that's what the Wii was. The Wii was like the new form of Parker Brother bullshit. And I think Nintendo's trying to repeat that with the Switch. I don't think when Nintendo said they're not competing with Xbox One, they are fucking serious. They're not even trying to be a traditional gaming company. I think they're more going towards entertainment company and going after the crowd that they had with the Wii. I don't see that definitely. And then a paid app on a phone just to chat. Oh man, these motherfuckers are bugging, kid.
Finger said they did a comparison, right, of Skyrim on the Switch compared to the other version, and it's the short bus version, like I fucking said.
Yeah, it's the 360.
Yeah, so like I said to the guy, people, this is what I understand again. People were still I'm not now if you may like Skyrim and it may be some new to some Nintendo fans, but they think that that's a step in the right direction. We're talking about a goddamn 10-year-old game, bro.
I'll call bullshit on that because you remember during the 360 PS3 Wii gen, those Nintendo weirdos were saying that PS3 and 360 were boring. Games like Skyrim was boring. In fact, the way we played games was boring. Now, 6 years later, they want to play Skyrim. when the game was fresh off the mint, it was boring. Now, 6 years later, the game's exciting. But when it was fresh off the mint, they were bragging on us, saying we playing boring games. That gaming needs to evolve into a new form of control, and that's what the Wiimote did. No, you know what I'm saying? But now, 6 years later, oh yeah, we want to play Skyrim. Get the fuck out of here. We ain't trying to hear that bullshit. Ain't nobody hearing that bullshit. This console is not for the traditional gamer. It's for grandmothers and fucking Jane Fonda, fucking people who wear cardigans and they buy the home treadmills and shit like that. That people fucking who do P90X and shit because they don't want to go to the gym. That's who these shits is for. It's for them. It isn't for you. Isn't for me. It's not even for the basic fucking Grand Theft Auto, Madden, Call of Duty annual gamer. It's not even for them.
Yeah, and that's again, because there is a big market for that because it's exclusive are which again, it's both for Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo. Okay, exclusives are not dying, but they're not as big as they once were because now you have more AAA multi-plats releases. If you think about it, you get exclusives every 5-6 months, whatever, from wherever. But you get those AAA blockbuster multi-plats month after month. And this is what, again, like I said, we already seen this movie before because when developer, here's the main issue. When developers have to go out of their way to shoehorn games into your device or that's when it becomes a problem. You know what I mean? And it's just, I don't understand why they keep doing this shit over and over again. We've seen it happen with the Wii, then with the Wii U, and they talk about they learned their mistakes from that. You know what I mean? But you it's crazy as hell when you have developers coming out and saying, like you had the guy that got fired from Ubisoft, but he went on to bigger and better things. Whatever. I'm not even the French. I can't even pronounce his name. When he said that it's basically the Switch doesn't have a first of all, it doesn't have a high enough memory bandwidth to run the same AAA multiplats as the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. Bro, that hardware came out in 2013, and this is their hardware for the next 4 or 5 years. Like, I don't understand why people don't see that. Like, I really, I don't, man, I guess that nostalgia is a hell of a drug or something, man. Or that goddamn Mario Stardust. I don't know what the fuck, man. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. So I think Nintendo's been getting beat down, and then after the Wii U, which is I think is probably the second worst product they ever released outside of the Virtual Boy.
Yeah,
I think they're desperate. They're desperate just to try to cling on to that Wii crowd. I think that's their only hope. Because they're not gonna, and I even said this, even if they did create a normal, powerful console, it is still an uphill battle for them. Because most Call of Duties and whatever, they're not gonna leave the Xbox and the PlayStation platform and all of a sudden start over on the Nintendo platform. You know what I'm saying? Because the Xbox and the PlayStation is already solidified with features that they're used to already. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if I'm gonna jump onto a new ecosystem, you have to bring something new to the table. Don't just say, "Oh, we got Party Chat too." Well, I already have Party Chat, and I have a backlog library that's already part of my digital collection. What are you doing? That's completely
but
onto your
this
platform.
is what the future lies in, Puerto Rock, because I understand what you're saying. You know what I mean? But the future lies is because now you have younger gamers, such as my daughter, right? Or whoever, if you have kids or whatever, that will become invested into that. You know what I mean? So it's still hope. But the way that they're doing this same business, that like such as my son, his first console was the GameCube. You know what I mean? And but 3 years into the 360's life cycle, Dad, I want to give me an Xbox. I want to play Call of Duty Online. He outgrew that shit. You know what I mean? That's the reason why Nintendo's fan base and their install base gets smaller and smaller, because their core gamers eventually outgrow that shit. You know what I mean? That's their problem. You know what I mean? And more kids are consuming their gaming on tablets and shit like that. And when maybe they're gonna go to console or fucking PC. That's the problem with them. You know what I mean? This bro. Like I asked Ultra. I said, "Come here, motherfucker, hold ass." You know what I mean? Like they always talk about Nintendo got the world's greatest developers and whatever. I said, "What would you like if they got the world's greatest developers, right? What like could they make a game that's targeted to an older demographic? Whether it's a God of War or a type game or Uncharted, you know what I mean? That's targeted to a more mature audience. That motherfucker dropped his lunchbox and hauled ass. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? Like this real shit. Like they were talking about they got hot talent. And me and Moto is and this one Yakazuka Huku. Like what can they make besides these fucking these fucking I don't know diamond kid how you say it, motherfucking keep children strong and growing. Well, what can they make outside of that shit right there? I mean I don't know, man. Like
all these first party developers, they have to learn to mature with the audience that starts with you. Like for instance, when PlayStation 1 first came out, you had the Crash Bandicoots, you know what I'm saying? You had all these kid games. And then you had some mature games, some by third party, some by first party, like the Resident Evil and the Metal Gear and stuff like that, right? But then when the PlayStation 2 come out, fucking Sony stepped up the game, third parties brought out Grand Theft Auto, very violent. Sony, put out God of War, and so as the fan base kept growing, Sony grew with the fan base. But they still created separate IPs for the newer, like you got young kids that play PS3 for the first time. So they push out, the Spyro, the Little Big Planets, it's a balance. You have to cater to multiple age groups. You understand? Nintendo didn't do that. Nintendo just kept sticking with the same formula. And of course, you have some adults that still play, but the majority left. You know what I'm saying? The majority left the Mario. You understand what I'm saying? So Nintendo just keep going after kids, after kids, after kids. But all those kids that grew up in the 80s and 90s, if Nintendo would have created new IPs to keep us with them, Nintendo would be like 150 million selling console by now, simply because they cater to such a huge market. But they didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? They stagnated, and with just the thought of, hey, we could just do everything with the same IPs. using the same formula, which is kiddish, over and over and over. You understand what I'm saying? And that's just crazy. You need to go on, you need to evolve, you need to address the 30, 40 year olds, because the majority of the 30, 40-year-old gamers, we were all Nintendo gamers and Sega gamers, all of us. Because that was the primary consoles of our time. If you were a gamer and you're age 40, then you had to game on a Nintendo and a Sega at one point. You understand what I'm saying? So we're not gonna keep playing. I'm not gonna keep jumping around with a little Italian plumber saying, "Here we go." I don't like that. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I just don't want to play that no more. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather play a mature fucking Metroid. You understand what I'm saying? That's fucking blowing shit up or something, or a new IP or something. I don't wear Mario caps. I don't do that shit.
What's that guy's name?
Citizen of this country.
Hey, yo, what's that guy? What's that big Nintendo fan game? What's his name? Triforce Johnson?
I think so.
So anyway, around shut up, man. Shit, I think, anyway, but if you don't know who Triforce Johnson, he put his name in UT. I think he was like won a couple Tekken tournaments or something. Something was his claim to fame or something or whatever the hell. I remember Dark Cloud and Dr. Trey had an argument over Triforce Johnson. That shit was funny as hell. But anyway, listen. So it was an article or something that came out, and I'm paraphrasing. I don't want to lie on the man, but it was some of I was back when I first came to YouTube. Like I said, I stumbled upon this community, and it blew my mind when I seen like motherfuckers like Dr. Trey, repping hard, grown ass man about my age, making rap songs about the Wii, and was dead serious. Doing Wii dances and shit. So I used to make my videos back. Like, how you not have online and voice chat? I've been doing this since the OG Xbox, and I believe it was an interview with one of the higher ups at Nintendo or something, and they talking about they did how they don't like online gaming because the cursing and this, that, the other. And so this it was in I think the Facebook group, Wii U Mad or something. I believe that's where me and his conversation happened at. And he was like that he commends Nintendo for trying to keep gaming clean. And I'm looking at this black Ben and Carson ass motherfucker. I'm like, what? Hey man, bro, you bugging, man. Go sit your kick your ass down somewhere. Tell me something. Yeah, you don't need to be any curse words in video games and and this, that, and the others for children. I said, no, gaming's for all ages, brother.
Yeah,
it ain't just for kids.
It's similar to the movie industry and music industry.
Yeah,
you got songs that don't curse or whatever, but you got songs that curse. It's all about expression and shit like that. You understand what I'm saying? That's all that is.
Everything is for everybody. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, like bro, you know what I was telling somebody? I would like to see a mature, like Zelda type game. You know what I mean? With some over the top, taking heads and arms off or some shit. That will maybe bring me back in Nintendo. They will start producing some mature type titles. You know what I mean? And they still don't get it. Like motherfuckers like live streaming and twitching and like they still don't fucking get it.
Zelda
like
Unleashed.
Oh, there you go. That CUDA fucking core. Listen, man. Bring your ass here, boy. Talk to me, B.
Yeah, well,
talk to me.
Well, I have to
bring your ass here, boy.
I'm the last of the dying breed. I'm a real man, so I can admit that I was wrong. You were right. But with that said, Nintendo, man, did they fucking drop the ball? They fucking drop the ball. And you know what? I wouldn't be so upset about the power issue because it looks like it's about 1 teraflop, and maybe even a little under at the graphics that I was seeing on some of the other games. But it's the price. I don't know how these guys think that they can price this more expensive than the PS4 and the Xbox One, because in America, I see the Xbox One, the OG Xbox One going for like $240, $245, and then I see the Xbox One S going as low as $260, $265, and this is going to be coming in at $299 in America, and in Canada, it's going to be $399 here. We get fucked in the ass royally. It's going to be $399 here, which is still more expensive than the Xbox One and the PS4 here. What the fuck are they thinking about? It's underpowered. So it's not even comparative in power to the Xbox One or the PS4, and they want more money for it. They should have priced this at no more than $200. Like it's basically a glorified handheld. Yes, you can dock it, and it makes it a home console, but not even all the games are going to be 1080p. The Zelda game is going to be 900p when it's docked up. So it's not even a full 1080p resolution. So this is basically a handheld. You know, it's got some cool features here and there. Whatever. I'm not gonna completely dog it and say it's a 1,000% dog shit. But at the price that it's at, no way. It should be $200 the most. I don't know what the fuck. What do you guys think?
Well, is the U.S. market? Isn't that? Sorry to interrupt you there, Zaire. Thanks for the invite, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, is the U.S. market? Isn't that a secondary market or North America for Nintendo? Isn't Japan their first market? How do you guys think this is going to go over in Japan?
It depends on the market, because in terms of sales, the North American market is the largest market, mostly for gaming as a market. So more Nintendo consoles have sold here than in Japan. Just by market.
You know what? I think it'll do good in Japan, to be honest with you, because they support their own over there. So it'll do good out there. They're not into the Western games there, and you know it's very small. It's very compact. They like in that culture. They like things like that. They like their electronics small and compact. So I think it'll do well out there. But like Craig was saying, the bigger market is the North America market, and you know that's where they need to hit it out the park. And I just don't see it with this price point now. Some people I see some of these Nintendo fanboys are like, oh look, it's sold out. Listen, man, these guys are doing a controlled thing. So like they have like 10 units available. So of course they're all sold out. You know, at launch, I think they're going to have maybe like 1 million, maybe 1.5 million. They're not going to have that many at launch. So, you know, they're going to create this, you know, false demand, you know, for the system. It's initially up the gate. Yes, it's going to sell okay because of Zelda, but you watch those sales come crashing down hard. That price point, $300, like $300. Are you kidding me?
No. Listen, it's not even close to $300. First of all, it's $300 just for the console, no game, no nothing. So add another $600 for the game, and you need the fucking the fucking Pro controller, the Switch Pro. That's $80 fucking dollars.
What are they thinking? $80 for the fucking what? I'm sorry, man. What on that controller demands it to have a higher price than the Xbox One, which is the #1 controller in my opinion and in most people's, or the PS4 controller? Why is it more expensive?
It has a Nintendo emblem on it.
Like it's retarded.
But now you know what's
Nintendo emblem on that motherfucker. Has the Nintendo seal of quality.
Hey yo, did you see the launch lineup though? Zelda.
Weak sauce. Arms.
Yeah, you know, they got 5 games? That has to be the worst console launch in history. 5 fucking games. You know, so of course Zelda's gonna sell like, you know, whatever, but to be honest and to be fair, nothing that they shown didn't look like it can run on the Wii U. I'm from just being real. Nothing that they showed at that event looked like it couldn't run on the Wii U. Secondly,
because they were probably Wii U games and they're just pouring them over.
Well, fine, whatever. But then again, they spent about 40 minutes talking about the goddamn Joy-Cons, the controller.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Like I told you guys before, people like to say Nintendo's all about innovation. Stop putting your innovation, so you say, into this gimmick that may or may not catch on with the masses, and take that same energy, money, and resource and put that shit into the game. No one's out there doing motion control on a fucking sit-in screen. What the fuck is they thinking about? That's like me turning my goddamn cell phone sideways and mount this motherfucker don't. You know, come on with the bullshit, man.
Yo, when this
they thinking?
When this guy said, yo, you can have an ice cube and feel that it's 1, you can feel that it's 2, you can feel that it's 3 ice cubes, and you can feel the water. What the fuck does that have to do with gaming? Like, am I gonna take a break within my gaming session, take my joystick and simulate drinking water? Like, what the fuck?
Hey,
who cares?
Did you see that fucking cow milking game?
Oh my gosh!
Cow milking game.
Milking game.
Yeah, you milk the ladles off the cow, and it's like it's that 1-2 switch game. So that's like one of the games you milk the cow. There's another one where you're like a samurai and you gotta try to catch the sword with your hands. Like it's just retarded. Like, are you serious?
Yeah, wait, I'm gonna turn it on right now. I got it planned in the background. Let me share my screen. Like this shit looks look wrong on all levels.
They
Man.
lost. You know what you know what they are, and you know, and I don't want to speak bad on. No, that's probably a bad example, but you know what?
What?
They just lost their mind. They just lost their fucking mind.
Yeah, I mean again, I was asking. What you say, Kerry?
Cow milking. I'm still laughing about that.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
these
shit.
guys, these guys were on the ground with the fucking with the cowboy hats on, and they were milking it. And the one guy won, and he's like, "Yes, I won." And the other guy's like, "Oh, I lost." Like, really?
I'm showing it now. Look at the screen. This is a cow milking game. Like, what the fuck is this? Let me make it a little bigger. Like this was, and listen, this is what you guys are excited about, and they say that I'm bugging.
Yo,
like, this shit.
yo,
Like this is horrible.
yo.
Like this is horrible. This is some straight out of fucking Pee-wee's Playhouse land. I don't know what the fuck Nintendo got going on.
Yo, run that one time. Run that, man.
Look at this shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Yo.
Like, but hold on. Wait. You know what I mean? Like this shit is just like
Yo.
wrong, you know.
Yo. I don't know. That doesn't look like milking cows to me. It looks like something else. Just saying, man.
Oh, that's funny. There's a God, I gotta find her tweet. But she said that she played that milking game, and she said it felt like she was stroking a dude off. Yo, that shit was funny because it rumbled. Because that thing has a special rumble too. That shit.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure that the rumble works, and I'm sure that it'll give you the feeling that you're actually doing the task because they can simulate weight and distribution and all that type of stuff. Sure, but who the fuck is asking for this? Like, come on, like, oh.
You know, I got some. Let's go to the comment section here. He said, "I am everyday gamer. It's only one game, dummy. Zelda will outperform and outrate every game this year."
Oh boy.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well. Okay. All right. So. All right. Fine. And again, Zelda probably will sell well. Let me ask you one question. You've been that we always like to move the goalpost. Is Zelda an exclusive? Because I can get Zelda on the Wii U also. So I just want to ask that for the record. You know, I mean, we deal with the exclusive talk.
Did they cancel that game for the Wii U?
No, it's coming out the same day and date. But
You
my
sure?
question is,
I remember they canceled it.
Like I said, you just joining the show. Like I've told you guys before, what the issue's going to come in at, it's not going to get the same AAA multiplex. It can't run them. You got about 3 or 4 releasing before the Switch even comes out. It's not getting any of those games. It's not getting For Honor. It's not getting fucking Ghost Recon. It's not getting fucking Mass Effect. You know what I mean? It's not. So before, we've seen this movie before. Are the exclusives going to sell well? Most probably so. Those into the Nintendo fans, but that's going to be every 4 to 5 months. You know what I mean? Look at the FIFA games that they're getting.
They had to make their own. EA confirmed that they made a special version for the Switch. So
it's a lower grade, aka lower grade.
Run the AAA multiplex. It's not enough. It doesn't have enough memory bandwidth. It's not powerful enough. And again, even with their Skyrim, that's the 360 fucking version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that.
This shit is hilarious. This shit is. I'm telling you, they're going after the Wii crowd. They're going after the Wii crowd. They want the Wii crowd to do that fucking Battle of the OK Corral and play Quick Draw.
First of all,
on a Saturday night.
It's too expensive. At $200. At $200, fine. It would do okay. It would do pretty good, I think. At $300, are you fucking kidding me? I can get Xbox One S cheaper that does HDR, 4K Blu-ray disc, that does HDR gaming, that upscales all my games to HDR. Like, why would I spend that money to get a Switch? And I don't know who listens to the show, but anyone that works at Microsoft, you could dead Nintendo Switch in one fell swoop. All you have to do is enable the Xbox streaming to your cell phone or your tablet devices, and that's it. The advantage that Switch has is just murdered. And it can be done now because I do it now with port forwarding, but it's a workaround. So it's not actually built into it. It's a workaround. I can do port forwarding, and then I can port forward it to my phone, and I can play my Xbox games on my phone like anywhere that I am, as long as I have Wi-Fi connection. So Microsoft could easily implement this, and Switch would be like dead in the water. I think it's pretty much dead in the water already, but like you could like give the the fucking killer blow.
Yo, that guy Jay since 1979 said Nintendo's their uncle who still wears lugs.
Oh.
Wow. Wow.
I mean, at the end of the day, we don't know how the Wii market, if those people are going to come back, we don't know how they're going to react to it. It really comes down to them. It ain't the gamers. It ain't us. We not going to make this product succeed. It's whether they bother to come back.
Yeah, but the price point is only going to bring back the people that want to play Zelda. The people that want to play Zelda, they don't give a shit. They'll pay the $300 to get their fucking Zelda. The rest of the gamers, they ain't going to be coming back just for Zelda. I'm telling you, man. I see some diehard Nintendo people saying, you know what? I want Zelda, but I ain't even willing to pay $300 just to play Zelda.
Yeah, I'm not talking about the gamers. I'm talking about the people who paid $250 for the Wii just to play Wii Play.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying? Those people. You know what I'm saying? And that was 2006. So this is 10 years later. So maybe 300 is comparable for them to play bullshit fucking.
But motion control it ran its course. Like it's done. It was the gimmicks of all gimmicks. Yeah. Like it's done. It ran its course. Nobody. It's not the new hot thing that your fucking grandma knows about. Nobody cares about it anymore.
Yeah, that's just it. And like I said, the price. Those same people, they're super duper. My grandmother, again, she's not a gamer. What the Wii did was attract non-gamers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. She may have played the Wii 7 times in her whole life. You understand what I'm saying? The non-gamer is not going out there spending upwards to $500 just to play a little itch that they have. Just think about it. The console, $300. You have to buy software, or maybe 1 or 2 games. So just say $365, and you got to get the other controllers. If you want to have people over the house, that's $80. The other shit is too expensive, man. Too fucking expensive. You know what I mean?
So, well, put yourself in a like an 8 or 9 year old little boy or girl, and you're watching that press conference, and you see Splatoon, and you see Zelda. I think they showed Mario. Yes. If you're a kid, do you all not think those games will sell? Think the kid will be tugging on?
That's a good point. I would say this could be popular for like parents to get their kids, because it is still a tablet, and if you have 2 kids or more, they could all play on the same tablet with little bullshit games. So I can see parents paying $300, instead of buying an Xbox One and a PS4 with all these. Because $300 is not bad, because a fucking kid's tablet is like $1. But that's really only for 1 kid. Something like this.
It's not really a kid's tablet though, man. It's a gaming system. It's a lot different. It's not.
It's perception. It's perception.
Does it have apps? No, it doesn't. No, it's not. Because a lot of these kids, they already have a tablet, man.
Yeah, but I'm saying the parents could fucking buy this thing, because remember.
No, man. I'm a parent. My girl got 2. My girl got 2 small kids, and I'm telling you right now, if they ask us for that fucking Switch at $300, you know what we're both gonna say? We're gonna say no. You know why we're gonna say no? We're gonna be like, yo, you guys have your Samsung tablets. You play your Roblox. You play your Minecraft. You play your Sonic. You play everything on there. And you know what? The kids, they're not even asking for that shit. Now they got the little Mario on their fucking iPods. They don't care. They don't care about it. Trust me.
I'm saying
no parent's gonna buy for that. Tablets are cheaper.
I think the potential's there for kids.
Nah, man. Nah.
That's
man. The kids aren't playing that shit. They're playing fucking Roblox, man. That's what the fuck they're playing.
But even better than that, though, you know why I say no is because the pricing. Because if you have kids, you also gotta buy extra fucking dual controllers. $100 fucking dollars. You know what I mean? It's too fucking costly, man.
Yeah, the price. Yeah.
I don't know, because I seen a lot of kids with fucking iPads, and them shits were like $700.
Yeah, so if you bought your kid a $700 iPad, you ain't buying them a fucking Switch.
I'm saying a lot of kids are spoiled this gen, so.
I mean,
but the kids they don't want it either, because they can do everything they want on their iPad, on their fucking tablet. There's like a shitload of games that they have.
We'll just it could go either way, yeah.
But like I said, man, I just don't see this. Well, I will say this because it was a question I wanted to ask. If this ultimately fails, like I wanted to do, I really wanted to get their teeth kicked in again. Maybe they can do it. I said all the time. Because I want them to just get with the times, man.
They won't.
And again, so maybe like I said, because if these fucking motherfuckers like Just Shy trying to keep going out and supporting them with this bullshit, maybe they would never get it. You know, they think this is what the game would fucking want. No, you guys don't want voice chat. If you do, hey, go download this $10 app. Like, this shit is wild, man. You know what I mean? So again, if this fails, do you think Nintendo would stop making consoles, or what are they gonna do? What's next for them?
They're gonna go mobile, man. They're gonna have they're not gonna have a choice. They're gonna get pushed into just doing mobile.
Yo, I'm just looking at a tweet, and whatever. Fucking Ultra Street Fighter 2. This fucking game for the Switch. Ultra Street Fighter 2.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's like, okay, you know what? It's cool if you're with your friends. It's some old school nostalgia, but it ain't worth it to get the Switch just for that fucking game.
I did that shit.
It's not.
I did that shit on the PS3, and you guys did that. You know, everybody did that shit on 360. We had that shit. We're fine.
And you're looking at the new Street Fighter that looks exponentially better than that fucking game. Come on, man.
You already did that shit.
Yeah, it wasn't a selling point. I mean, it's cool and all, but it's not a selling point.
No, this is.
I'm telling you guys.
And I said internal storage. Like, no, hell no. You gotta buy cards to save your game.
Yeah, so SD cards.
Yeah, like that shit is too expensive. But listen,
I told you guys from
had a fucking 60 gig hard drive, and that was in 2000. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's 2017. You got 32 fucking. My cell phone has a bigger capacity. My 64 gigs.
Mine says 64 as well.
So again, go.
No, I told you guys from long ago. Like, if these guys don't have the same power, or even if they have the same power, if they come out at the same price, they're dead. They have to be cheaper. And like I said, they don't have the same power, and they're coming out more expensive. Like, what the fuck? Like, this thing, if it was $200, it would sell well. It would sell well. $300? You gotta be fucking kidding me. $400 in Canada, $479 in Australia. Are you kidding me? The fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, I think it'll do probably okay at launch because, like you guys are talking about,
hardware.
But I agree with you, D. I don't see it having legs. You know,
no way
sustaining it. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be interesting to see. I don't want Nintendo to fail because, like you guys said, like you said, next gen. At some point, everybody had a Nintendo at some point. You know, so I don't want the company to fail. But yeah, it's that the press conference that I saw. Granted, Mario was cool. And like you all said, Zelda was cool, and Splatoon. You know, Splatoon is a very popular game. With that said, yeah, I agree with you guys. I wish they could have came with a little more power. And D, I agree with you. The price point, that's probably not going to go over too well in the household.
No, that's a terrible price point, man. $300. You cannot be more than let's say, for argument's sake, the PS4, which is the generation leader for game consoles. You can't be more than that. You can't be more than the Xbox One either, not having the same amount of power or much less. You like, I don't understand who, like, these guys. Do they have a fucking brain? Like, am I living in a different universe?
I got a comment here from BBP 2007. He said, "You guys are looking at it all wrong. This is a more powerful 3DS." That you can play on your TV like a traditional console. First of all, let the guys. This is not the successor of the 3DS. Okay, it's not my words per Nintendo. This is what they're saying.
Yeah,
you're not marketing this as a handheld. If it was just a handheld, you're absolutely right. Okay, but we also talk about a handheld that says you're going to get 2 hours on graphically demanding games. So, you know, like, come on. And also, too, we got battery deterioration after a year. Imagine when you first buy your cell phone, how long that battery used to last. About a year, your phone be down quick than a motherfucker, right? So, again, I say that to say this. You know what I mean? This is not Nintendo's handheld. This is not the successor of the 3DS. They don't want to fucking – that's their moneymaker, the 3DS. That's where they rule, that handheld shit. You know what I mean? So –
but it's not even priced at a fucking handheld. How much is a 3DS now?
$100, 21.
In fact, 3DS when it first launched, remember it launched at $250, and they had to drop it. They had to drop it to $170 like within 4 months.
Okay, so if you that guy in the comments saying we're looking at it wrong, it's a handheld. Okay, say we're looking at it wrong, then why the fuck is it not priced as a handheld then?
There ain't no $300 handheld.
Come on, man. And another thing I gotta say from a technical standpoint, I'm gonna fucking give them the fucking business, man. They're morons too. That dock is not necessary because that dock is all it's doing. It's not really doing anything to the system. It's just supplying it power. They could have added a power port on the actual system and an HDMI out or a little dongle on that system so you can hook it up to your TV. They didn't need to add the port. And on top of that, if you need to buy another port, it's $90, and it's basically just an HDMI. It's just a connector for your TV, and it's $90. Are you kidding me?
And did it look? Is it me or did it just not look sturdy? It looks like if it falls, it could just break into 100 pieces.
Yeah, it's just it's very plasticky, and like I said, from a technical standpoint, there is nothing to it. It's just a connection for the TV, and the system knows that it's plugged in, so it says, okay, we're plugged in, we can overclock now because we don't have to worry about battery life. That's it.
Yeah.
I told y'all that.
Like I just honestly tell you, Z, I just, you know what, I just it's like it's telling me like, yo, this guy's gonna like walk right off of the balcony. I'm like, nah, man, nobody's that stupid to walk off the balcony. But no, they are that stupid.
I told you that the dock didn't do anything else, and you didn't need the dock. So I can connect
No, you
myself
don't.
with your TV with the fucking touch share screen. You don't need it.
Yeah. Well, no, the share screen, fuck that. You wouldn't need the share screen because you're going to get some latency. So no, they would need some type of dongle, but not no $90 dock. They could have easily put the ports on the system itself. You know, it wasn't necessary. This is like another cash grab. Like, come on, $90 for the dock, $80 for the Pro controller, $70 for the Joy-Cons. Are you kidding me, man? $300 for the system. You gotta buy their cartridges. You gotta. They didn't even bundle it with a damn game. Like, are you serious?
Yeah, $299 if it come with anything.
$299 it came with Zelda. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
But with no game, like you hurt bags. You hurt. You're not for the gamer anymore. You're not. That Nintendo that was for the core gamer and was in touch with our gaming instincts before we even knew what the fuck we wanted. That Nintendo is gone. And all you fanboys can go out there and get this day one. And I'm sure when it launches, it's going to do well. But 2-3 months after that, it's going to be the same thing as Wii U all over again. It's not going to have third-party support.
Yeah, that's true.
Come with arms.
It's not going to have full third-party support because it can't do all the games, right? So yes, they're going to support a version of the game, the light version of the game. Like, come on, and then you're trying to charge the same price as the other consoles that can do much better. And like in the PS4's case, you got a Vita where if you have a Vita already, where you could stream your shit to the Vita, and like I said, Xbox. All they got to do is update it because I can do it manually myself, so they can put it in the system to do it automatically, where it can send it to your cell phone. Like, what is the advantage of getting it? Like that Mario game, sure, cool. Mario in New York, all right, cool. Different environment, cool. Did you see the way it looked? Like, did you see the textures in the background? How they look like they were from the Wii? Are you serious?
No, and then
are you serious, man?
On top of that, voice chat is a paid app on a smart device, tablet, phone, whatever. And then they plan to charge for online, which again, all the consoles are doing it, but Nintendo has demonstrated they don't know how to do online at all. Not even at the most basic level. You understand what I'm saying? So they're already saying they're gonna charge for online, and they don't even have a good one at all. Yo, it's crazy. This company.
They're like, I don't know, man. Like I don't know. They smoked something there and lost their mind.
These motherfuckers need to start making Fruit Loops or some shit. Cause they out there, their minds and shit.
Like I haven't, I've lost pretty much all interest in the system, so I didn't even check out the forums and check out what the people are saying. But what are the people saying? And what are the diehard Nintendo heads saying?
They have to suck on that Mario dick.
So they're like all hyped for it. They're like, "Oh, Mario, yes, finally!"
The Nintendo hardcore are hyped for this, but they're gonna be hyped with anything does.
Yo,
they have done some shit like this. Oh man, fuck no, you ain't stealing my money.
I'm gonna say it right now, man. If they're excited about this, like, apart from Zelda, I understand them being excited for Zelda. Fine. It looked dope, and I understand the fan base and their love for Zelda. Fine. But the rest of that stuff, if they're hyped for it, honestly tell you, they got really low expectations, man.
That's
All I got to say is, again, if you look at the Nintendo hardcore that we have here within the community, look at their channels. You look at a motherfucker like Dr. Trey, We Lover. You don't see any children running around. You don't see any women running around. Shit, you don't even see any men. Nothing running around. Just them. These motherfuckers are weird. You know what I mean? Bro, I don't understand it for the life of me. What is the obsession with fucking 6-year-old characters? Like, I don't understand, man. In shitty hardware. Like, I don't get it. But they'd be the same ones hyping. Oh, Nintendo's about to bring it. It's gonna be just under the Pro. And all those rumors that came out back then, they was all about it. Now power don't matter. Now third party don't matter. Like, we've seen this movie before already, man.
Yeah.
All over again. Like, I was giving Nintendo the fucking benefit. Like, they can't afford to come out and drop another goddamn deuce. They can't afford to. You know what I mean? Like, they ain't gonna do that again.
They dropped a fucking runny deuce. That's what they dropped.
Yeah, Nintendo went out that bitch and said, switch into the shit on stage. But
Switch! Snap a finger. Fucking shit.
Yeah, well, listen, before we get the hell up out of here, in the comment section, I'm gonna read maybe two of the statements. For those of you that are getting us to Switch, don't say you're getting it for your 6-year-old, none of that shit. Those of you that are gonna get the Switch for yourself, and I like why? Like, what, you know, what makes you like? What is it about the Switch that has got you sold? You know what I mean? My man Just Town, you've been defending Nintendo all day in this goddamn comment section. What is it about the Switch or Nintendo period that makes you a huge Nintendo fan? You know, breaking breaks, what, going down them green tubes. What is it that draws you to Nintendo? You know what I mean? Nintendo can switch these nuts. He said Nintendo fans that type that would sit cross-legged and applause in front of the TV floor with their legs folded and shit clapping.
Wow.
Oh man.
Hey, did you see their trade? Did you see their trade-in deal?
Yeah, they giving. Mike, turn that down. They giving motherfucking $100. What is it, half off towards the Switch for your Xbox One and PS4?
Retarded. So you're gonna downgrade your Xbox One or your PS4 to get a worse system and then pay more money on top of it. Wow.
But you got, like I said, you got these dumb motherfuckers out there like that, man. I just don't get it, man.
Wow. Like, and Mario's not even coming out at launch. Mario's coming out like Christmas time.
Yeah.
Like, fine, if they had, like, you know, Mario, they had, like, Zelda, you know, they had something else, and they bundled it all for $2.99, I would say, go ahead, grab it. $2.99 gets you nothing. So right off the bat, you're going to spend $2.99. You're going to have to you're probably, most likely, if you're a serious gamer, you're going to want to get a Pro controller. So that's going to run you $80. If you don't get a Pro controller, you're going to want to get 2 more Joy-Cons. So that's going to run you another $70.
Yeah. And again,
you're gonna need something to plug in your I believe it's the Ethernet. I think that's separate. I don't think that's included with the system.
Dongle, that's $40.
So you're gonna have to buy that dongle if you want Ethernet, because if you're in the house, you're gonna want to use Ethernet because it's faster than Wi-Fi, right?
Yeah.
So that's more money down the drain right there.
And you got to pay for the app. Do they have any multiplayer games coming out at launch?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
But Splatoon comes out the summer, right?
Yeah, Splatoon. Splatoon's not. No.
I don't really think they have any goddamn multiplayer.
Maybe FIFA.
Crazy. When the paid service, they're gonna provide every month free Super NES and NES games, but it's only good for that month. They take it back. Like, it's not like what we have where you can't.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, what the heck?
So every month you get to play a Super Nintendo or Nintendo game, but only for that month, and then you can't play it no more. You have to buy it if you want to keep playing it. And I'm like, why would anybody even be concerned with that? Because you can download pretty much the whole entire library of Super NES games. Those are ROMs at this point. You can have it on your PC. Hell, I seen PSP. People play fucking, you know, they hack their PSP and they're playing Super Nintendo.
I've seen people with it on their phones.
Yeah. So that's like not important. Does Nintendo not realize everybody got them shits? No one's buying a fucking Super Nintendo game. You have to be insane to do that shit. You could get the entire library on your phone and tablet. It's not that.
Hey, well,
They're out of
yo,
touch, man. Out of
Those
touch.
games are like 0.0005 megabytes big and shit.
Yeah,
Hey,
they're
yo,
out of touch.
Yeah, this guy named Team Everything. He said Just Dance 2 is a high advanced shooter taking place in Dr. Tree's world. God damn.
And they made such a big deal of that hat that Mario had at the end. He's like, he's throwing his hat, and then the hat had eyes. Like, oh my gosh, the hat's alive! Wow! Like, come on, man.
Yeah, I know. Like I said, it also too. Before we get to, is the Switch doing HDR or anything like that?
No, hell no.
No.
I could tell that I'll say this. I don't think it is doing HDR, but the screen that it's on, I can tell that it is physically bright because I was watching. I don't know if it was IGN or one of those channels, and they were playing the Switch, and they captured it with their camera, and a lot of it was blown out, like really, really blown out, and that only usually happens when it's very bright, and it just messes up your ISO. So I think the screen is very, very bright, but no, I don't think it's doing HDR because the HDR is all the rage right now, so they would definitely put that in. It'd be a selling point. So
You say also too. Man, he was about to say my man Charles Flores is someone for industry leading chips. Yeah, fuck Nintendo, man. But I guess
fuck Nintendo. I think they gave them rejected hardware, and they gave them some fucking weak shit because Nvidia, they know what it takes to run good games. They know what it takes.
Hey, yo,
and they gave them dog shit.
Hey, yo, King Kabachi on you. Said, man, we can't trust D the tech guy. He just say niggas said they can do 4K with the chips.
Yeah, you know what? It was that came from the leak though, and that in all fairness, that came from the leak, and I never confirmed it. I said it was a rumor, and I just was repeating what the leak said. And it is kind of funny looking back on it now because the thing barely doing 1080p. So it's I don't know. They're stupid. They're just stupid. And like going back in time, when Reggie said, "Oh, we're gonna leave it up to Microsoft and Sony to duke it out," and then his reaction when there was a whole bunch of memes on Twitter when his reaction when he saw the Xbox One S and his reaction in comparison to the Switch, how sad he was. Like, yo, it's embarrassing. It's like I'm embarrassed for them. I'm embarrassed for the fan base that they have so low expectations that they accept this shit. Like, you guys are a bunch of pansies. You're whipped, and you'll stand for nothing. Because how can this system be more expensive than consoles that have a lot more power than it and that are a lot more capable? Bullshit, man.
Yeah, it was disappointing. I mean, let's put it simple. It was disappointing.
Wait, they cutting up in the comments section. I would never trust a nigga named Willie. Sound like he can cook his ass off in the kitchen. Like, that motherfucker was crazy. Hey, I don't know what the fuck going on in this comment section over here. But listen, man, thank you all for rocking out with us today. And for those of you that are looking to get the Switch, may the power be with you. May the force of the Jedi be with you, weird motherfuckers. This thank you for all the years to come of YouTube entertainment. We go, jokes gonna be on you, motherfuckers, man. Anybody can get it. You know what I mean? I'm about to
free smoke
communities of the Xbox and PlayStation. We about to gangbang on y'all Nintendo niggas out there, man. It's gonna be fun.
Free smoke niggas.
You had to say, D? You about to say something?
No, I said free smoke niggas.
Oh, free smoke, yeah, free smoke, man. For all you Switch niggas, all you niggas out there switching,
Switch niggas.
all you niggas out there, you sexually out there switching, free smoke 2017, bro. You're about to get this work. I'm telling you. But we out here, man. Bang. That shit was trash, man.
Switch.
Yeah, that shit. Dog, this shit was